Hello relatives, my name is Joanne Spotted Bear. I am the Director of International Native Indian Programs Incorporated. I'm here to talk about the treaties that began with the Sioux in 1890, the Little Bighorn and the Wounded Knee Massacre, the drugs, alcohol, suicide, poverty, and genocide that's happening on Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in Pine Ridge, South Dakota. If it's happening in Pine Ridge, then it is happening everywhere. What we'd like to do is stop this drugs, alcohol, suicide, poverty. With our current president, Teresa Tubles, and all the millions of dollars that went through her office and our reservation has not changed, that's ashamed. All the education in the world couldn't save her. However, the federal government's not doing a dang thing about it. So what I have decided to do was work on drugs, alcohol, suicide, poverty, and genocide that led to the broken treaties and the promises of the Great Teton Sioux in 1890. That went back to the first treaties of 1743 on to what is called the Papal Bull document. This document was written by the Pope, and it has killed millions of people around the world. It's through one man's greed, insecurities, through wars and guns was he able to play God here on earth. He never once cared about the people, because if he did, he'd feed the poor. And today, not one single entity around the world can say, well, the Pope came to my country and fed the poor people. Or can they say that any Indian reservation here in the Great Turtle Island, can we say, yeah, that Pope really cares, he came here to the United States, to the Great Teton Sioux or the Paiute Shoshones, or even the federal government to really say, yeah, we really cared, and we wanted to build a university on their land, and we wanted to teach the Papal Bull. Or even to go as far as saying 564 tribes went to Washington, D.C., but was never put on ABC, NBC, or CBS. And, you know, these things really, really discourage me, because they hurt my feelings, because here in 2010, with the current economy, with everybody getting along, you would think that our government would want to get along with us too. However, we, the Great Red Nation, we're still alive. We're still alive and kicking. We're here. We're believing our traditional ways very strong. And this here Papal Bull document is nothing easy. I'd like to teach a class about it. I'd like to teach our Indians from the beginning of history through all the documents that were ever made from 1059 to 1743. There's not one Native Indian's name signed to the Papal Bull document that gave the U.S. government right to do business here in the United States without killing 500 tribes or annihilating 100,000 million natives here in the United States. Yeah, I understand this is some pretty serious talk, and I can get in a lot of trouble for it. However, our Indian people are dying, or have died, or are already dead behind the Papal Bull document. And there's never been an apology to the Great Red Nation worldwide, to any one of us. This Papal Bull document was written around the same time the Bible was written, because as we understand it, the 10 Commandments were broken, so you couldn't prove that. However, you can prove a document. So this document, what I'd like to see is for it to be taught and learned and acknowledged by every single nationality that this Papal Bull has been affected by. Mexico, Canada, United States, Alaska, Hawaii, New Zealand, Spain, everywhere that this has came to affect. We all need to stand up, but there are no wars. As long as nobody gets hostile, no one has to die. And that's the main purpose, is we want to be free, and we want this document to be done away with, like into a million pieces. But first, what I'd like to do is sue the federal government on behalf of the 500 tribes that died, the 100 million natives who got annihilated, and the question is, who gave the federal government the right to do business here on the Great Turtle Island and tell us what to do on our own homeland and treat us bad? I hope.